That's the team we're gonna cheer.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And not much doing on the return. Good coverage there. Going to stop him in his tracks at the 15-yard line. And they'll begin here with a run by Brown. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visiting Bengals who came away with a victory in that one, so they'll look to take the season series now here at home in Cincinnati. From the 20, here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Hey, can.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. 2 yards on the pickup there. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. When you look at this defense, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
Throw left side, complete to Chase. And he is going to have a Bengals first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. The Bengals at 8-4 now in the year, and they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
So no gain on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Get set. 180. Plays high. Punch behind.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he'll find Chase on the right side, complete. It's safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4-4, but might need to be 5-5 to keep this drive going here as they face a 3rd down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because 4-for-4 already. I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on 3rd down.
This now a 3rd and 4.
Here we go.
Now it's Burrow. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him, and I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Gun. Shot. 180. Shot.
Another run from Brown on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down.
180.
Now Burrow. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 33. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go. Right, stop.
Now it's Burrow. Man open left side is Brown. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Now he'll tuck this and run. And his throw here is incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Second and 10. To the air again, Burrow. Open man is Higgins. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals get the upper hand as they're on the board 1st here this afternoon. Evan McPherson now for the PAT. He's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here, as they've got it as we resume action.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
Here's McPherson now to send it away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll have this all the way out to the 50-yard line. Excellent field position.
After return to midfield, I just wish we could open up the heads of the offensive and defensive coordinators, because right now the wheels have to be spinning because things just changed. offensive playbook just opens up. And now on defense, do you play aggressively or do you lay back a little bit to try and calm things down?
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. And see, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Pass on the crossing route is complete. This is Andrews. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That's good for 28 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
1st and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Ravens are an extra point away from drawing level. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This is Brown going up the middle. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 44 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
We give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
11. Here, stop.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Jamar Chase, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. This feels like something we'd see more commonly, CD, in a college game. They give it to the receiver down here in the red zone, but it winds up successful.
Yeah, partner, I think you'd think it's less likely to find running space to the edge down here close to the end zone when things are so condensed. But a lot of times you end up focusing on the running backs, and they're able to slip it to the receiver, and it resulted in a touchdown.
McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Powering his way forward. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
Now Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he's going to have a first down on a gain of about 10, and that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Andrews with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. Now the Ravens Bengals going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On 2.
Here's 3rd and 3.
Here we go.
Burrow will throw. And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. Down the left sideline. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And what a letdown after a huge play. He's going to pull this in and then set sail for the end zone. And he nearly made it, too. But he's going to be tracked down just short of the goal line. So a big play there that's going to set him up with 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Bengals have taken the lead.
Sometimes offensive can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14.
Ravens 14.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
To throw is Jackson. They're looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Lonnie Johnson picks it. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The gain of 3 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's 2nd and 7.
11, MT, take. Here we go, here we go.
Here's Burrow. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Jackson now. Under pressure, and they got to him again. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Back to throw here. Jackson going to keep it. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
On one, ready?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
11. Stop.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And finally stopped, but what a return all the way down to the 40.
With all the specialization we have in this great game, at some point, the head coach is going to take charge of every group. And I think at halftime, he spent a little time with the special teams coach, said, look, you've got to find a way to get us a big play to help us get back into this.
Throwing is Jackson. He'll get this to Flowers, left side. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively rallying to the ball after the nice move. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's 2nd down. Play action. It's Jackson. That went out wide and intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Battle. And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the 3rd quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Stop. Right, 80. Stop.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
That is caught. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Here we go, here we go. 11, 11. 12.
This is Brown on the draw play. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
There's so many definitions of a complete back. I think most people think a guy who can block, a guy who can catch, and a guy who can run. But how about when you put it all together as a runner and you can fake people out, you can be shifty, and also run with some power and break tackles, as we just saw on that pickup.
Second down and 3.
Here we go. Right.
Burrow looking to pass. Throw left side complete. That's Romero. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
11 MT, 11 MT. 180.
They will toss to Brown. Now inside the 25. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Chase Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bengals go up by 2 touchdowns. And McPherson on for the extra point. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Kevin McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
They're on 35-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. He'll start with a give to Henry. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 2. Now it's Jackson. This will go to Henry out wide. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
They go play action now. Jackson. Over the middle, complete. That's Flowers. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
That's another Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And this is going to be pulled in by the tight end, Andrews.
17 more yards. That's another Baltimore first down. First and 10.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. A first down carry for Henry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 59 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. Jackson, options out left. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A 5-yard gain there makes it first and goal. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Jackson going to keep it. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. They'll try the right side with Henry. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
A gain of 3 yards. It's now third and goal.
Henry again. Trying to find a lane, but he finds nothing but defenders. Stop for no gain at the 2-yard line. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
The extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. Some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. The Bengals drive about to get going. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
2nd down and 6 now from the 26.
Here we go.
Burrow now off the bootleg. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
On one, ready?
Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That's pulled in at the 32. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
2nd and 9. Jackson. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 32-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Over the middle, he's got the hook up to Whittington. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Here's 2nd and a yard. Off the option, here's Henry. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Well, this crowd trying to force a false start here. 3rd and inches. Jackson will keep it. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Throwing, Jackson. He dumps it off for Henry. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Here's 1st and goal.
180.
Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. On his loop for the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as it kicks away here. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
One, right?
This is 1st and 10.
Here we go. Cut.
Burrow. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he will get to the sideline here, but that a minimal gain at best. 3 yards, possibly 4.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
On 1, ready?
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Here we go. 180. Stop.
Burrow. Looking deep here for Chase. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
They'll come to the line now on a 3rd and 6. Throwing, Burrow. And that is incomplete.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made in my estimation.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is taken around the 12. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Here's 1st down.
180. That's it. Hey,
now Lamar changing the play. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Pushes past it. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
First down. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Baltimore.
Sit hot. 180.
Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. And here in overtime, a quick reminder, the game no longer ends following an offensive touchdown on the opening drive. Both sides will have the chance to possess the ball unless there's a defensive touchdown. In that case, the game will end right there.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
So it's the Ravens who won the toss. They'll get the football first here in overtime as the kick is away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they have fought hard to reach this point. They've got the ball first. Remember, though, even if they score, it would quiet this crowd, but it doesn't end the game. But a chance to put a solid drive together here and at least get 3 and hopefully for them a touchdown.
He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They never went crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on second down. First throw in overtime now for Jackson. That's caught. It's Flowers. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 26. That one goes for 24 yards.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
Henry running right. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
But that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
From the 21, here's second down and 5.
Yo.
They'll run it again with Henry. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
What will they draw up to try to keep this opening drive of overtime moving? 3rd and 7. Here's Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Defensively now, the ultimate challenge. Of course, the ball gets in the end zone. This thing's over.
And I remember my coaches always talked about in goal line situations, and now you're in overtime where they have to keep them to 3 points. Otherwise, this thing is done. Win your individual battle within the framework of the team defense. Beat that guy across from you and make a play. I expect them to attack on defense and not sit back.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
Final minute of overtime. Remember, of course, no double overtime. So it's a tie if it ends like this. It's second down. Now Jackson. Jackson going to keep it. And this is a touchdown. Now it's not over yet, but they draw first blood here in this overtime. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. Ooh, the juke. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Here we go.
And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Gun. Stop.
Now Burrow. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Here we go. Place hot. Hot. Shot.
To throw, Burrow. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. A stop here is a game winner in overtime. Here comes 4th down. Here's Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So it's a win here for the Ravens, and it was just too much Lamar Jackson. He really played well.
Yeah, he really carved up this defense. They were left looking at each other a number of times and just shrugging their shoulders. He had 4 touchdown passes.